Okay, this chapter, chapter 3, is going to be all about minerals. So mineral properties is your heading. I'd start a new page in your notes. Mineral properties is all you need to write down right now. Please take good notes. I haven't completely decided, but there is a good chance that we will have an open note test over all of this. So please take good notes. I would like you to write this. So we're going to talk about different characteristics of minerals, and we're going to start with hardness. So write down hardness and the first two bullets. Hardness is how easily a mineral is scratched. And we use Mohs scale for that. And I have more on Mohs scale in a minute. But how easily a mineral is scratched, and we're going to use Mohs scale. With Mohs scale, 1 is super soft, okay? Like talc. Maybe you've heard of talcum powder, okay? Talc, when you rub it on something, it'll pretty much just turn to powder. It is super soft. A diamond, on the other hand, is a 10 on Mohs scale. It is super hard. The only way to cut diamond is with other diamond. Now, most people, when they think of diamond, they think of like rings and being rich like that. But we use diamond a lot. I was drilling through some concrete this summer, and I needed a drill bit for it, and I got a diamond-tipped drill bit that cut right through, drilled right through the cement. You can get diamond-tipped saw blades and things like that. Okay, so there are a lot of uses of diamond. Most of them aren't because they're pretty. Most of them are actually useful. We look at Mohs scale here. There's some different minerals, 1 through 10. You maybe heard of quartz. Our countertop in our kitchen is quartz, which means it's 7. It's pretty hard. They kind of compare it to other things. Your fingernail is a 2.5 on Mohs scale. So if your fingernail went head to head with a chunk of talc, your fingernail would win and the talc would be left in powder. Copper penny is about 3.5. A nail, about 4.5. Glass, 5.5. We're going to do a lab where I have pieces of glass and you have to rub unknown minerals on them to determine their hardness. So if you rubbed a mineral on glass and it scratched glass, you would know that that mineral is harder than 5.5. If it did not scratch the glass, then you would know that the glass is harder, so it'd be less than 5.5. So, kind of cool. I do want you to write down this. Luster and those 3 bullets. How does it reflect light? How does the mineral reflect light? Is it shiny? If it's shiny, we say it has metallic luster. If it is kind of dull, not shiny, we would say it's non-metallic. When my brother and I were kids, we used to find all the shiny rocks in our rock pile. Or if we got new gravel, we'd look through and there was always some shiny ones. Those would have had metallic luster. Those were the cool ones to find. So luster, metallic or non-metallic. Color, just write the first bullet. Some minerals have distinctive colors. Most of the time, you cannot judge a mineral by its color. Can't judge a mineral by its cover. Color. So if it's red, you can't say, oh, well, that's quartz because it's red, okay? You can't do that. Now, it could, there are circumstances where it could help you determine, but you can't just say, oh, that's that color, it must be this mineral. Streak. Just put the first bullet, the color of the powdered mineral. So if I grind up the mineral, or I rub it on something hard and it powders, What color is that powder? Sometimes it's the same that it was before. Gold looks yellow. Okay, when you find the streak of gold, it's the same. There are others that may be white in color, and when you find the streak, it's like gray or a darker color. So sometimes the streak is different than the actual color. Way a mineral breaks. Go ahead and put these both down. The way a mineral breaks, it either has cleavage or fracture. With cleavage, it's going to break in layers, in flat layers. So it's going to break kind of cleanly, it's going to leave smooth surfaces. With fracture, it's going to just kind of split anywhere, it's going to be jagged, it's going to be rough. There's no rhyme or reason to why it broke like that. So cleavage, it's going to break kind of in layers, smooth and flat. Fracture, it's going to be jagged. If you fracture your arm, okay, that means you broke your arm, probably not clean cut, but probably all jagged and rough. So way a mineral breaks, it's either going to have fracture or cleavage. And then other properties. Why don't we write these down? Some of them just have some crazy properties. For example, halite tastes salty. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the really old school Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They play it all the time in December. But there's the little prospector dude, Yukon Cornelius. He has the hat and the little pickaxe, okay? And he's always digging his pickaxe into the snow and then licking it. Now, if I had to guess, I would say he's mining for halite. He's looking for halite. Calcite has a chemical reaction with hydrochloric acid. When you put it in there, it gets fizzy. So some minerals have certain properties. Some of them, they're magnetic. Okay, that is all for today.